The Indian juggernaut rolls on. Win number 5. India, the host nation, go top of the table with this convincing win against the Kiwis. They were top of the table. India now sit pretty. That's how it all panned out. New Zealand scored 273 on the back of Daryl Mitchell's fantastic 100. 130 or 127. Mohammad Shami, the star with the ball. Second fifer in World Cup history for Mohammad Shami. India at one point were in a spot of bother. But then, when Virat Kohli is here, why fear? India win once again. These 95 runs from Kohli, perhaps as sweet as any of those 78 international hundreds he scored. Cricbuzz live it is. Parthiv Patel and Zaheer Khan in the house. When Virat Kohli is here, why fear?
Yeah, correct. I think that, he knows how to chase, and we've said this so many times, and we're going to say this again today, that when India is chasing a target, there is no one better than Virat Kohli. I think he has that program in his mind where he decides, okay, today is 274. He goes and sets his target, and then the program sets goes to bat and scores that runs. And it's unfortunate, deserved that 100, but under pressure, the India is actually getting that habit of winning the games under pressure. The first game, in Pakistan game, even today, Virat Kohli, and it was important for Ravindra Jadeja to get runs as well. When you are playing with only 7 batters and then number 8 with Shami is coming, so that was a crucial partnership. So like we were talking about ticking the box, so now Jadeja's box is also ticked about scoring the runs.
There was a slight stutter when 2 very quick wickets fell. Santner got the wicket of KL Rahul, leg before wicket. And then that strange run out where Surya Kumar Yadav had to go back his first World Cup game as well. But then while Kohli was there at the other and he looked really upset that Surya Kumar Yadav got out, the country at large, I mean, emotionally would have said, all right, disappointing run out, but he's still there. So calm down, everyone.
It's about getting the job done. I think that's the way as a team you look at the game. New Zealand also will be very happy that they fought well. I think for at any stage you didn't feel that New Zealand have given up on the game, and that's a good sign. So Indian batters had to fight really hard to get to this total. In spite of having those partnerships, that's when you test a team. That's where you understand how the team is also playing. And New Zealand is also playing good cricket. So it was the clash of the top 2 on the table, and it looked like that. So both the teams were not giving anything away. India managed to finish the game in style. So yes, that wickets which we were talking about created that pressure, but at no point it looked like it was a lot of pressure. It was just about making sure that the partnership is done with Jadeja and Kohli again rebuilded in that phase. After that, it looked like a pretty easy run chase.
When Kohli came out to bat, it was in the 12th over. Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill had ensured a very solid, positive start for India. Comes in the 12th over, gets out in the 48th after fielding for 50 overs. Yes, it wasn't hot, but also another example, another sample of his fitness, his readiness, and how he's able to stay switched on for the full 100 overs.
I think when you look at Virat Kohli's batting style, fitness is very, very important for the way he bats. And, he's someone who rotates the strike. He's someone who likes to run hard between the wickets. And that you can see that in that boundary hitting zone also. There are only 8 boundaries and 2 sixes. But, that's what we know of Virat Kohli. That's not something which new we have seen today. We've been seeing it for years and years. And, he's someone who likes to keep pushing it. He's someone who likes to, be there till the end. He would have been more disappointed that more than 100 that he wasn't there to finish off the game, and that's something which he likes it. And there's nothing more we can add to how Virat Kohli that wins games for India. Under pressure, he has done it time and again. And come the World Cup, could have been his second 100 against Bangladesh. He's got a brilliant 100 now. 95 not out, 95 got out. But yeah, say Virat Kohli, we're so used to saying Virat Kohli not out in a run chase, so it just comes out. Yeah, but it was brilliant inning today, especially under pressure.
Zach, was very upset when he got out, and it wasn't so much for the 100. It was wanting to, to cross that finish line for the team. And his reaction when India finally did win just goes to show how much it means for the champion that the team goes through. Individual milestones don't matter is the kind of message that comes across when he reacts like that.
Well, his numbers also, when you look at the times he's been unbeaten, chasing a total, is also very good. I think he's 30 plus.
33 of 34.
33 of 34 times. He's been unbeaten. That's a staggering number. Shows that he loves doing that. He loves to be there at the end, getting the team over the line, winning matches, and that's why the disappointment. But it was a brilliant innings. He was always in control in the zone and making it count. So 100 would have been cherry on on top, but nonetheless, he's just batting superbly.
Yes, cherry on top, but India will take this cake. That is the 5th win for India. And what makes it even sweeter, I suppose, is that the top 2 in the most run scorers in this World Cup so far are those 2 gentlemen, the chase master and the king of Borivali. What better than that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something, that is the reason why India is also sitting on top of the table.
Yep.
You know, you need big runs. We saw Rohit Sharma getting a big 100. We saw Virat Kohli scoring runs consistently. And that's exactly how, you know, teams chase down the targets. India has, you know, chased in all 5 games. And they were almost all the chases except the Australia one. They were more than 250. So I think that's something which, you know, only can happen if your top 3 are firing. And here your opener and number 3 both are firing. Shubman Gill's also getting runs. So yeah, I mean, these are the good signs for India. And so one more in the bag, 2 points, and now India will move on from here.
While India finished this in 48 overs, Parthiv, safe to say that this is the one game that India were tested the most of the 5 matches?
Though I thought Australia was the one where India was tested the most. I think, you know, when you're just 3 down of 2 runs, even though 200 runs, the wicket wasn't that easy to bat. Yes, I think India was tested against Pakistan as well. That time it was India's bowling was tested when they made a comeback. Today, yes, I think New Zealand's been playing really well. The other thing was, you know, more you can say about today's game is that we needed someone else to put their hand up and perform. And that's exactly what Ravindra Jadeja did today. So these are the signs of good team. These are the signs where if you are in trouble, there is always someone else or there is always some other guy who's putting his hand up and making sure that they stay till the end, wins the game for India. And that's what Ravindra Jadeja did today.
There was a certain stoppage of play as well. As the big screen said, play has been stopped due to inclement weather. There was fog that might have led to a certain lapse in concentration as well. However, well, this match was not short on its cool quotient, and I'm so glad to tell you that a lot of you send in your entries for the coolest moment of the match. That's powered by Voltas AC and Voltas Beko refrigerator. Let's take a look at a couple of those. Which ones, according to you, were the coolest moments of the match? Yash reckons it was Shami striking first ball. That same. Put it in a museum, he says. Why not? Yash, well done on that one. Is there another one that we got? I'm sure we've got a Kohli moment as well. Sunish Davada. Shreyas Iyer, what a catch. I suppose he will get that gold medal as well. Give him the medal already, he said, when Shreyas Iyer took that catch, which was India's first wicket, the wicket of Conway, I think it was. And then Kohli to Henry. Henry, the wrecker-in-chief of that 2019 loss. That Kohli to Henry through the covers. A fantastic shot, a statement. I think that was the second over of Matt Henry's second spell. The first ball, cracking cover drive, classic Virat Kohli cover drive. What a shot that was.
If you have to choose out of this 3, obviously that Virat Kohli's cover drive was brilliant, especially with Matt Henry. You know, even if you look at Matt Henry's numbers, they are not as great, but he was bowling really well. Virat Kohli had to do something else. He was piling on pressure. There was a time where, you know, New Zealand could sense that there could be a wicket here, but Virat Kohli came down and you know, played that cover drive. That's what he does all the time. He doesn't go over the top. He takes that risk, but to a fast bowler, he doesn't, you know, he tries to play along the ground. Here he used his feet, but, you know, timing was the way he's been playing his cover drive. So it's great to see how Virat Kohli is, you know, just broke the shackles with that shot.
Yes, before he played that cover drive, he was at 36 of 51. The pressure in Dharamshala was rising. However, all of us here in the Cricbuzz studio were kept nice and cool by Voltas AC and Voltas Beko refrigerator. The chase master, when he is in that zone, he can do no wrong. While he looks very aggressive, he looks pumped up every time there's a challenge in front of him, but mentally he was cool as a cucumber.
Always, I think, you know, he's always in control, especially when he's chasing a target. And those shots also which he played of Rachin, those 2 sixes and Bolt, if I'm recalling it correctly, the flat 6. He was in the zone today. He was playing all the shots. Yes, the classic cover drive of Virat Kohli is always the trademark cover drive in his batting. But today he played some spectacular shots.
Another cool-headed finish from India, and I'm so glad that most of us agree on what that coolest moment of the match is, powered by Voltas AC and Voltas Beko refrigerator. Now, Virat Kohli, as I said, came in to bat at number 3, but before that, we saw Rohit Sharma once again in the mood. He wasn't too worried about, losing his own wicket, but he was in the mood to make a statement, went after Matt Henry. That big six just goes to show the kind of zone Rohit Sharma was, not just in this innings, but in the World Cup. His approach of wanting to take the risk upon himself speaks volumes.
I mean, see, he's in that zone since a year and a half about. That's how he wanted to approach the game, and he's not even bothered about anything, because he knows that when you're in good form, you feel like that Rohit Sharma is playing those big shots, but all the shots are very much in control. Whether it's a pull shot, whether it's a straight six to Bolt, it was a knuckle ball, and there was one lap shot also to Matt Henry, and then stepping down and hitting it over the long off. So as a bowler, I just described 4 different kind of shots. So if you're playing those 4 different shots, then sweep shot also. So it makes it very difficult for a bowler to they would think, right, that where will I bowl? If I bowl here, he's going to cut me over point. If I bowl in stump, he's going to flick me over square leg for a 6. Short ball, point, straight. Then he'll go straight 6. So it's very difficult to bowl to Rohit Sharma, the kind of form he is in.
While it wasn't a half century, it was 46 of 44 fours. And 4 sixes. There was so much hoopla, so much talk about this whole left-arm pacers versus Rohit Sharma story. Is it time, Zach, that we sort of lay to rest that conversation now? Rohit Sharma has now conquered that ghost of facing left-arm seamers. He seems to be in control. Shaheen Shah Afridi, Mustafizur, Trent Bolt, Rohit Sharma has won those battles.
Well, he's in form, and any batter who is in form, and especially of the quality which Rohit Sharma possesses, he's going to give trouble to any bowler. And what's important is that strike rate. I think those first 10 overs, it's a conscious effort of making use of those first 10 overs, the power play, and putting bowlers on the back foot. So the longer Rohit Sharma is going to bat, more detrimental he's going to be to the bowling side, bowling to him. So that's the kind of impact he's going to have in this World Cup. That's the kind of impact he wants from all the batters. So he's actually trying to tell everyone that be fearless, take chances, be positive, be aggressive, and that's the way of putting bowlers on back foot and stamp your authority on the tournament. And so far, if you see, the batting team has been very successful in achieving that. You've seen Bolt also today going straight away around the wicket, which is a defensive move from him. So he's forcing bowlers to do that by just showing that he's going to come at them, and that has worked very well for India's start and the run rate which you look at it in the first power play.
His partner, Rohit Sharma's partner, Shubman Gill, who was away for a while, was out of action for a bit due to dengue. Now, I read somewhere that he's lost some weight, he's getting starts, few runs for sure, but the weight and the impact of those runs is still the same. Risk-free, chanceless, gorgeous, use whatever words you want to describe that Shubman Gill innings and this partnership.
Yeah, actually, see, it is all about partnership. As in opening unit, you want your openers to fire in a certain run rate, and which is what Shubman Gill is scoring. Yes, he got a start, he got a 50 in last game, but he's looking very much in control, the way he is batting, the way he wants to bat. Yes, today's was probably in an unlucky dismissal. Usually, I mean, 9 out of 10 times those top edges on a smaller ground can go for a 6, but more often than not, more than the numbers, you look at how someone's batting. And at the moment when Shubman Gill's batting, it doesn't look like that he is in a hurry, or he might get out, or he is getting in trouble. He's getting trouble from certain bowlers. That's none of those. You can see it from Shubman Gill's approach and his batting. So now for him also, I would say that big one is just right around the corner.
Shreyas Iyer came into bat at number 4 to join Virat Kohli, and typically people talk about his issues, his vulnerabilities against the short ball. He did play a couple of pull shots, scored 33 of 29. Did he overdo that pull shot? Zach, what's your take on Shreyas Iyer and his relationship with that pull shot?
Well, I think he's looking to be positive. He's looking to play shots. That's one thing which is there. He wants to get off to a start as soon as possible. Doesn't want to take too much time. and the short ball has been an issue for a while now.
Yeah.
It's an open secret with every bowler there right now going around. Not many bowlers actually persist with that kind of short bowling to him. New Zealand today were planning to do that. He scored some runs off those short pitch deliveries as well, but eventually got out. If you look at the approach, so he's looking to take on the short ball, which is absolutely fine. There are going to be days when you're going to get out, but if you are there, then you will be able to. That's a scoring opportunity as well. Yeah. I think he is approaching the game in that fashion, and that's the way he wants to tackle that issue of him facing short ball. The issue is always going to be there, but his average is not reflecting that. He's been consistent with run scoring. Today also he scored 33. Past that phase, he was thinking of boundary. It was in the air, not in control of that shot. But you will see that. You will see that him getting out at times, but you will see him scoring runs of those short pitch deliveries as well.
So basically, there are two ways of playing short ball. Either you want to leave it or either you want to play the shots. But the more positive way of looking to play the shot. And when you're looking to play the shot, that means you're watching the ball. You cannot just play the shot like that. And this is what Shreyas Iyer is doing. And this is what he'll face every time he comes into bat. And that's how he has decided to play. And see, it is not the easiest shot to control every time. So that's as Zach said, that sometimes it's going to come off, sometimes it's not going to come off. But today it was a proper bouncer for a bowler for a right height and a right shoulder. It is very difficult to control from there, and that happened. But Shreyas Iyer is getting runs, so that is the most important part. He knows how to negotiate it. Every player has their own way of negotiating that bouncer or any other weaknesses they have, and he has this way of being positive.
I've got a rookie question for you. Is it all or nothing? Would he have not gotten dismissed if he had gone for it? Did he get out because he tried to control it?
I would say these are the things which always happens. Whether you want to hit for a 6 or a boundary or a 4, you have to control it. You just can't. If you're not controlling it, then you're just not watching the ball and just throwing your bat at it. So this is what has happened. So I don't think it is obviously a way of playing, his way of playing pull shot or a hook shot. But against some pace and all of that, he will get success, and that is the reason why he's got hundreds, and this is the reason why he's averaging more than what he is averaging. So. I mean, basically, India is in a good position. So is Shreyas Iyer. So instead of getting into it, whether there is a weakness here, there is, but he knows how to tackle that weakness.
Before we move to the New Zealand bowling, I've got to get a word in from the two of you on that run out. What happened there?
There was a run out. That's what happened.
Was there a run?
What more do you want?
Well, I just asked you, was there a run?
Well, could have been a single. The fielder dived. Glenn Phillips was the fielder, I think.
Yeah.
But he released the ball quickly as well. So that is something which created maybe that confusion. It was on his left. These kind of runs, when you just go with it, they happen.
Yeah.
If you miscommunicate, then that can result in the run out, and that's what happened today, I felt. Yeah.
And the reason it won't hurt India so much now, in hindsight, is that Virat Kohli has done enough to win this game with 95 runs. It'll be unfortunate for Surya because once Hardik comes back again, the composition changes. One of those things that happen.
See, but one of those things things can happen to any player, and you can't do anything about it, right? It's gone. But yeah, once Hardik comes in, he will replace Surya in all probability. But these runouts are unfortunate thing, which can happen to anyone. It happened to Surya, as Zach said. If you are actually committing to it straight away, then you could have finished that single. But at this point of time, both were ball watching, and if you don't hesitate, you can complete the run, or else there was an option of waiting for ball to let pass from a cover fielder and then run. So obviously both of them made a mistake. That's why that was a run out. If they had not made a mistake, then that wouldn't have been a run out.
Yes. Well, the good thing is not all run outs will hurt India against New Zealand. It's been a win. Let's take a look at the bowling card. Mitchell Santner, absolute standout performer. Zach, he was in control. What did you make of how Santner bowled on this pitch with lots of dew on the ground for a finger spinner? 10 overs, 37 for 1.
Well, didn't affect him at all.
Yeah.
That's the impression you get. He's a superb bowler. Used his variation very well. Variation in pace, especially. Loves to give that flight, that air to the ball, revs on the ball. So all those things were there. And it was one of those kind of bowling performances. If you didn't give him respect, he would have taken a couple more wickets. In spite, so Indian batters were watchful through that whole spell of his, and so credit to both actually. He was bowling superbly,
Yep.
but Indian batters understood that and didn't really take chances. Had they looked to take chances against him, he would have ended with a couple more wickets. But it was a superb bowling performance by him.
Also, Rachin Ravindra bowled 5 very crucial overs between 21 and 30, when I think India scored about 47 runs only. Also added to the pressure that was piling on India.
Yeah, I mean, see, sometimes we say that batsmen played defensively, but there is a reason why batsmen had to play defensively, because the bowlers were bowling well. Santner was bowling really well. Rachin Ravindra's figures are brilliant as well. He bowled brilliantly. Matt Henry's figures actually shows at 9 overs 55, but he has bowled better than these figures are showing. But I thought both the left-arm spinners bowled well, and both Indian batters also handled those left-arm spinners really well. They knew once a due come in, then we'll have that chance. We'll have to give ourselves that chance if we don't lose wicket in a cluster, and that's exactly what Indian batters did. They gave respect, and that Mitchell Santner is brilliant bowler. We know that he has that last little pause before he bowls, so that is the reason why he can control his space according to batsman's footwork, and that's what he was doing today.
Yes, India were at 121 for 2 at 15, and at the end of 35, India were 192 for 5. That's when Jadeja had just come in to bat. He played out 6 balls for no runs. Towards the end, though, in the 13 remaining overs, India were able to cross that finish line to register their 5th win. Could New Zealand have done something else? Because Bolt expensive, Matt Henry expensive as well.
No, I don't think New Zealand could have done anything different. Just defending just the 274, we all felt at the middle of the inning that they were about 20-30 runs short, and they still took game to almost 48th over, and they had all the rights of feeling that we were just a 1 wicket away at 191 for 5, and we were still 80 runs to get. So they were very much in the game till 48th over. So I think that's the positive New Zealand can take away from this game, and think that we were just a 1 wicket away. If we had got Virat Kohli out, or if we had got Ravindra Jadeja out, then it would have been Shami, Kuldeep, Bumrah and Siraj. So yeah, New Zealand did really well. I thought as I said, Matt Henry's figures actually doesn't justice the way he has bowled, especially to Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill both.
Yes, a different team composition for India because of Hardik Pandya's injury. India were forced to make 2 changes. Mohammad Shami comes, Mohammad Shami strikes not once but 5 times, a wicket off his first delivery, and then he goes on to take 5, his second 5-wicket haul against in World Cups for India. 32 dot balls, 5 for 54. How does the great Zaheer Khan rate this spell from Mohammad Shami?
Superb, I think. Great comeback because this was his first opportunity in this World Cup. There was a lot of chatter around whether he should be part of it or not. As a leading aggressive option, he's very tempting option, and I think today he proved his worth. That's the way I'm seeing it, and you will see that difference now for Indian campaign now going forward in this tournament itself. I think they will be thinking on those lines of going maybe with pure quality bowlers than to opt for an all-rounder option.
Pick your 11 for next Sunday.
I don't know whether Hardik's fit or not.
If he isn't.
If he isn't fit, then same 11. Why? Unless if the wicket's turning, it will again be a tactical change if they have to make it. But otherwise, I don't see India making any changes.
It will be unfair, even if Hardik's fit, and we all hope that Hardik comes back fit and fine, ready to play, because he lends such great balance to the Indian side. If he is fit, it's a tricky one. India play in Lucknow next on Sunday.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, see, we don't know what the wicket will be. Lucknow can surprise you, because we don't know what kind of conditions will be on the offer. So I think India will have to go there and take that chance and see how the wicket is, and that's how Indian management has worked around it. They have been sure that if it's a turning wicket, we want Ashwin at number 8, and now whether it will be Shardul or Shami, there is no question of dropping Shami here. But yeah, it is a difficult one. It is a good problem to have. It's actually not a problem. It's actually you're talking
it's a luxury to have.
It's actually a horses for courses. Whatever the condition is, India will try and make sure that they use them. And we saw today Shami wasn't playing games. He came in and proved his worth. So I don't think India will make any changes now.
Yes, and time and again, Zaheer Khan on Cricbuzz Live has been advocating, the clarity of thought that Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma has had in terms of the team selection, not just in the World Cup, but over the last year and a half as well. The way they've been approaching this World Cup combination, they thought about the squad, they thought about backup plans as well. Mohammad Shami, after the game, also said that taking a wicket off that first delivery helped as well. And this is what he said as well. If your teammates are doing well, you should support them. It's important that the team performs well. I understand that. It was important to pick those late wickets. You always want your team to be the top side. He picked up that first wicket. That gave him the confidence. But just the way he finished the innings, did India win this match largely because of what the bowlers did in the last 10? Of course, Shami was the key man there.
Correct. That's something which we've been trying to say since Asia Cup, that what a pure bowler can do to your balance the side. In this, no disrespect to anyone, if not it was Shami's spell, India would have been chasing 310 in excess of 320. So yeah, that's what he does. And if you look at the last row of last 10 overs, in 54 runs and taking 6 wickets, that makes a huge difference. When the only way you can stop a batter if you are trying to get him out, and that's exactly what Mohammad Shami did. And on top of that, he was not allowing Daryl Mitchell, who was batting on 100, to hit those big shots.
Yep.
Usually Daryl Mitchell got 100 of 101, and after that you were expecting in the other 26 balls he played, team would be expecting to get him to get another 50 runs, but he could not. He just got 30. So that made a huge difference today.
Yes, man of the match, Shami's 5-wicket haul has contributed largely to an India win that takes the team to the number 1 position. Remember, India now the only unbeaten side in this World Cup. However, look at that net run rate. New Zealand still have a better net run rate than India, plus 1.481. However, look, the big number, the key number that matters at this stage for India is the 10 points. Now, everyone's done their own calculations, Zach. Should India believe they are maybe just 1 W away from sealing that top 4 spot?
Well, they're not thinking of 1 W for sure.
Yeah.
that I can tell you. I think the kind of form
3 Ws, 5.
which they're in, they're not even thinking about that. And that's the best position to be in as a team.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about the results. You're just going out there, you're enjoying your cricket, you're enjoying each other's company is something which is very evident, and that's very important for team sport. In a tournament like this, if you are having that kind of dressing room atmosphere, winning all the games, going out there, being put in tough situations, getting out of that, as a team, you don't need anything else.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking about the result right now. All you're thinking about is playing good cricket, and they're doing a fantastic job of that.
A week-long gap before India play against the defending world champions England, who are struggling at the moment. A week-long gap when the team has a certain momentum. Good for the team.
But say it depends. Like Zach said, when you're looking at the team, it looks like the team in a great mind space. So that's when, whether it is a break or not, no break, I don't think it'll make much matter to India. I think the way India's playing, they are looking at one game at a time. Whatever they've done in last 5 games, they'll put it aside and then try and win another game and then go on to another game. So that's exactly how India is going to approach. You've played 5 games, right? So now it is a good time to have a bit of break. Just get your training sorted, the bodies would be slightly paining or something, some niggles would be there, so you'll get that time to rest for a couple of days and then get into it, because it is a World Cup campaign which everyone has been talking about. More Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rahul Dravid, everyone wants that World Cup, and that's how they have prepared, and they are backing their process, they are backing that plans, and there is no you don't have to think about whether a week-long break will make a difference, or if you're playing back-to-back, we are playing in all around the country and all of that, doesn't matter when the ultimate goal is to win the World Cup. So these things are part of a long tournament.
Yes, India, the way the scheduling is, India play in 9 different venues, 9 different kinds of conditions, 5 done in the league stage, 4 more to go. The World Cup caravan travels down south to the Chepauk in Chennai, where Pakistan will take on Afghanistan. Pakistan coming off a heartbreaking loss against the Australians at the Chinnaswamy now, with the match being played in Chennai, where traditionally they say there will be a lot of help on offer for the spinners. Just by virtue of that, is it advantage Afghanistan?
That's a big one to say when you're saying Afghanistan playing Pakistan. See, it is very difficult to just put and say, yeah, it is advantage Afghanistan. I mean, see, Pakistan is a big side. You know, Pakistan has done well over the years. Yes, in this World Cup, they don't have quality spinners in their side, but they do have quality batters in their side. You know, yes, Afghanistan has Rashid Khan, Mujib kind of bowlers, but I would still, wary of saying that the advantage Afghanistan. Yes, Afghanistan has batted brilliantly in a game against England, but they faltered in another game where they played in Chennai when they decided to chase runs. So I wouldn't say as yet that advantage Afghanistan.
Let's pull up that Afghanistan squad graphic once again. One of the few weak areas for Afghanistan is that runs aren't coming from someone like a Rahmat Shah at number 3. Ikram Alikhil, who's a new name on the scene, has shown a lot of promise. He's shown the fire and the hunger as well. Is there a case, Zach, for him to bat higher up, or would you not tinker with that at all and give Rahmat Shah a longer rope?
I think they will not look to do any changes, if at all. We've seen that if they put runs on board, and if Cricbuzz at the top fires for them and plays one really good innings, that's going to set the platform. Ikram had done well for them, so that is a positive for them. It's about putting runs on board. I think if they are able to do that, they have the resources, they have the spinners who can squeeze any side. We've seen that with England. So they have to put runs on board. Chennai, ideally people look to create that scenario where they have 3 spinners. When you're talking Afghanistan, they already have 3 spinners in their lineup. So they're sitting pretty, they would be thinking right now that they got a chance.
Yep.
So that's how they're going to approach this game. It's going to be an interesting game tomorrow.
What are Pakistan thinking? Shaheen Shah Afridi picked up a 5-wicket haul. Haris Rauf has been expensive. Usama Mir brought into the 11, dropped a catch and gave away 82. Just picked up 1 wicket off his 9 overs. Dropped that catch of Warner, remember. Do they strengthen their spin department? What do they do? Do they bring in Shadab for Usama Mir?
It will be. I think it's unfair on a player when you've given him an opportunity for 1 game and you just take him off. So I wouldn't do that, and I don't think Pakistan should also do that. Though he's gone for 82 runs, we are talking about those numbers, but he bowled well, and in patches after he bowled. Last 3 overs he bowled well. So drop catch can happen to anyone. If there was someone else at mid on, it could have been anyone else. So no, I wouldn't make those changes. You've already made that change of dropping your vice captain for a game. So but you don't want to give away that kind of not confidence to any other player. So Pakistan, I feel that Pakistan should not make any changes there.
How about bringing in Shadab for Haris Rauf? So have an extra spinner then?
I think they'll think about that. Like I mentioned, you will look to create that spin bowling option. And if you are able to do that, it will just create that much of advantage for you. Depends on the condition. We are talking from here. If the Chennai pitch, they feel that is going to support batting and there's not going to be enough turn on offer, or if the car is going to do that job for them with off spin and create that 3rd spin option, then that's the debate they'll have. Shadab can contribute with the bat also, so that they will always be tempted to bring him back. And if they have to bring him back and give him confidence, then this is the pitch you can think of. So most likely they will be looking at creating that spot for Shadab. How is the question? Is Hassan Ali that option? Or they'll have to create that space by leaving out someone else.
Pakistan have played 4, won 2, lost 2. If they win this game against Afghanistan, they come into the top 4 of the points table. This 3rd win will take them to the 4th spot. As it stands, India at 1, Australia in that 4th position. Pakistan win this game, they go up to 6 points and join India, New Zealand and South Africa. What does history say? Pakistan have never lost to Afghanistan in one-day international cricket. The head-to-head is 7-0. Let's put our heads together, gentlemen, and give our viewers players to watch out for, one each. Pakistan, Afghanistan. Chennai.
I think for Afghanistan has to be a batsman. The spinners should do the job for them tomorrow. I think they'll be looking forward to bowl on this pitch. So Cricbuzz, I think, from the top.
Sure. I was going to pick Cricbuzz as well, because you need runs. He's been playing well, so my player to watch out for is also Cricbuzz. But now, as Zach has said, Cricbuzz, so I'm going for a safer pick. I'm going Rashid Khan.
Pakistan?
Haris Rauf, I think he had a tough game last one.
Backing him.
I'm backing Babar Azam, because for Pakistan's point of view, they need runs from Babar Azam. So I'm saying Babar Azam.
Yeah, maybe it's this game that Babar Azam gets going, finds his groove, his rhythm, and scores 100 or a big innings that helps Pakistan go into the top 4. What about joy factor? It was a tricky question. Let's remind you what that joy factor question was. Which cricketer holds the record for most test runs in an Indian ground where Tamim Iqbal is the highest run getter in T20 internationals? My guests reckon they have absolutely no idea.
Go for it. You know everything.
Yeah.
I have no
Read it
idea
out.
either.
Read it out.
I have no idea. Let's give our viewers the answer. What is it? Very quickly. Okay. Oh, it has to be a Dharamshala connection. Well done, Joyce. Steve Smith with 128 runs in Dharamshala. The only test that's played there. Tamim Iqbal has 233 runs in 3 T20 Is. Just an additional insight, Virat Kohli is the highest run getter here in Dharamshala in one-day internationals, added 95 today. Who's the winner of today's Joy Factor? Rishi Rukhiana. Now, this guy is making it a bit of a habit to be a winner. Well done, Rishi. Once again, gets a thumbs up from Joy and from me and from Parthiv and from Zach as well. We are done for the day, gentlemen. We come back, we reconvene in this fancy Cricbuzz live studio at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow for Pakistan versus Afghanistan in Chennai. See you then. Good night.